Hey, what's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime here, doing another Marvel Legends toy review on Marvel Legends Series 4 Goliath. Um, yeah, so this is another video request, I think. I actually can't remember, but I've been wanting to do a review of this figure for quite some time, and yeah, right off the bat, I want to say this is not really that sick of a figure. And I really, really like it anyway. It's just kind of weird to me that I really like this figure so much, and it's not really that badass. Kind of weird, right? I don't know. You guys may feel the same way about other figures where you kind of wanted them even though you know they're not that sick. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, this came out. This is a chase figure from Series 4, and then it was later on released as another chase figure from Series 7, which is apparently, I guess, less valuable than the Series 4 one, but they're the same thing. I don't know if I'm wrong about that. Correct me if I am. But yeah, the figure is pretty cool. He's 8 inches tall. He's a pretty tall figure. Um, I'll compare him to Ultimate Captain America. Their feet are even right there, so you can see how tall he is. So yeah, he's pretty big. And he comes with the little Ant-Man right there and a little Wasp right there. So that's all that comes in the package. Yeah, this figure, it's you know, it's mostly really weak, I think, because the articulation sucks hard, and the face looks kind of funny on him. I don't know if you can see the face well from over there, but it does look kind of weird. But yeah, I think it looks really cool. I think the paint job is really really sick. The whole thing has like this really nice glittery kind of paint application. Like on all the yellow and the blue, it's kind of like this, glimmering type of plastic that I really like. And he's got he's got a really cool paint job. I like how it's this nice color yellow, and he's got like these, this orange shading, all around the boot and stuff, on the gloves, throughout the whole figure. He's got nice and then same thing with the blue part. He's got like this, it's kind of like black shading, airbrushing on all the blue parts, which is very, very cool. So I think the paint job on this thing is pretty rad. I don't think I'm doing a really good job at selling this figure, but I know it's kind of crappy, but I like it anyway. So, yeah, it's just one of those figures that I like to have stand and just look at it and go, wow, I think this is cool. Kind of like with that variant Jigsaw. The face is kind of funny looking. It's kind of off. I don't know. It's just weird to me. But yeah, he's just basically got four colors. He's got, the blue, the yellow. He's got this really nice gold belt right here. And he's got his gold antenna right here. Or his antennae, or whatever. Yeah, and this character is basically Hank Pym. This is the third. This is like, I guess, the third character Hank Pym has been. So originally he was Ant-Man, then he was Giant Man, then he left the Avengers, came back as Goliath, and then he was Yellow Jacket, and then now he's Wasp. So it's like, wow, that's a lot of characters. I think that's all of them, right? Yeah, and then there's like a few other Goliaths also. There's the Clint Barton Goliath that has a totally different costume. Kind of reminds me of Hercules a little bit. Then there's the Bill Foster Goliath, the Black Goliath, which I would love to see build a figure of that guy one day, which I don't think is ever going to happen. But yeah, the articulation of this thing sucks ass. The head rotates left and right, like how they have these gold right here, these three things over here. So the head rotates just left and right like that. The shoulder moves up and down and forward. This is kind of nice, like with the hinge inside, it's part of the costume, so I thought that worked out really well. You could see it in there. So it just moves forward and back and then up and down. No swivel over here or anything. He has single jointed elbows. See, that looks pretty ugly. That gap right there. And no wrist joints at all. Same thing with the other side. Just an elbow joint. He has a waist joint, and the legs move forward, and they don't move out or anything, just move forward. And the knees have a single joint right there. No calf joint or anything, but the ankle does move up and down, and it does not twist or anything at the ankle. So that's the articulation. Pretty lame. But, you know, I think he's pretty cool anyway. Especially with these accessories or these other figures right here. Look at this Ant-Man. I think this Ant-Man is hella sick. Especially, you know, they didn't really give it like wicked shading or anything like that, but just like the paint choices for this are really cool. Like the blue just looks really, really nice. It's very, very shiny. I think it looks really cool. This is a badass little Ant-Man figure. And it does have articulation, which is really neat. The head rotates left and right, and the helmet is actually removable as well. I don't know how well you could see it because my camera fucking sucks balls, but the helmet comes off. His little Ant-Man helmet comes off, and you can see the face right there. That's not going to help. Here, let's see if I can move Goliath out of the way. Yeah, it gets blurry as I get closer like that. And yeah, so the head does rotate. And the arms move up and down. He has no waist joint. I like the little silver things right here on the belt. That's pretty neat. Legs move forward and back. And he does have a knee joint right there. So that's pretty cool. He's articulated little mini, you know, Ant-Man. Put the helmet back on right there. It fits very nicely. Very cool. And then he comes with this little wasp also. And the head rotates side to side. So that's pretty neat. I know, you want to get a little more of a look. It's kind of neat. The body is a little funny. It's kind of funky, but it's cool. Got really big badonk. Jeez. But yeah, so arms move back, forward and back. She has no waist joint. Oh, you can see the little detail in the silver belt. Wow. The belt has these little notches going in it. I just noticed that right now. That's pretty cool. Wow, that's a very, very fine detail. The legs move forward, but they kind of twist more like that, going out. And the knees bend like that. So that's pretty. So head, shoulders, thighs, and knees. So that's all the articulation on these mini. And the wings don't really. I wish the wings were actually a little bit bigger. And I don't know if you could tell, but they're pink. They're kind of like a clear pink. So that's pretty neat. And you can't move them around or anything. It's just on there on the back. So yeah, I think it's pretty neat. And then apparently, from talking to KJ Hulk, an action figure expert on Blog TV, the original version of this figure is the Giant Man variant, which is this guy right here. And these guys were telling me how this figure was released originally in a pre-Marvel Legends Avengers box set, which I haven't actually seen, so I'm going off of what they told me, and I believe them, you know, I'm not going to argue it or anything, but, you know, I just didn't know that shit firsthand. But this is very, very cool. I always wanted to have this one, and I have this part of my growing Giant Man display. But this thing's really badass, too. I really like the shading on the red. Oop, there's a little paint chip right there. And, you know, the blue looks really nice. Even though the blue's slightly a different color between like the middle of his crotch in this area, and the gloves and the feet are slightly different. But you can tell it's the same mold and everything. It's the same exact thing. It's just painted differently in the Giant Man colors. So I think this is pretty cool. But yeah, I bought this loose off of eBay, so I actually don't know if this is the pre-Legends version or the Goliath variant. But either way, he's very, very cool to have. And standing next to the Build-A-Figure Giant Man, it looks really short, see? This guy's just a monster, man. Look at him. So, whoa, there goes Goliath. Yeah, so that's basically it. Just a quick review on this figure. I know it's crappy, but I really like it anyway. Okay. If you guys have any other requests, leave them on my profile page, and I will get to all of them eventually in no particular order. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Peace.